Hello everyone, welcome back to Sweet Bee Creative Studios. And today what we're going to do is that we're going to make a little cupcake box that we're going to use to make the Baking Spirits Bright set from Diamond Press. I'm going to use the cupcake box and decorate it, okay? So what I did, I just came to Cricut. If you have a Cricut, I've also made a small box without the Cricut. It's in one of my previous videos. That'll work beautiful for this as well. But for this specific project, this is what I used. So I came over here and I put cupcake box. And it's going to bring you everything they have, right? But I'm going to use this one. And we're going to put... Okay. So this is what you end up with. I want to add a little heart to this one. So what we're going to do is that we're going to ungroup this. And now you can hide the scoring of this image. So you see now it's gone. Now you could come over here and go, you get a heart, right? And I'm also going to bring out a square because I want to make little square panels for the project. So we're going to go use that one. And we can line this up. We could bring back our lines just for a second so I could get this in a pretty good size. Okay. Okay, so that's what we're going to use. Now I'm going to need 3 plain ones and then we're going to cut out a heart on the last one. So we're going to duplicate this by using this button up here. 1, 2, 3. And we can hide 3 of these guys. Okay. So now we can hide also the, well, let me line up our heart and then we can hide the scoring lines. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this right where I want it. Alright, that's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so let's hide those scores. And we're going to select these 2. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to line this up also. Let's change the color of it. Let's put it to white for now so I could see it. And we're going to put this right where we need it as well. Let's bring back those lines so we can line that up. And the reason I'm doing that is so I can actually cut the heart in the right place also. So when you put your little panel on, it's nice and even. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so let's hide that one for now too. Let's hide the scores. And now we can select this and slice. Okay. Now we can bring back our white square. And let's hide the box. And we could bring that and okay. Let's do this and slice. I had to get rid of one of the extra hearts because it was gonna not gonna let me slice if I had that extra heart there. So we have all these taken care of now. So now we can bring this over. We have that panel. We have this, and we'll get rid of those hearts in a second. Let's show that one. So we're back to our original box, but now it has a little heart in the center. Isn't it cute? Okay, so I brought back our score, but you don't see it because once you do the slice, it pops this image in front of the score. So all you have to do is right click and you can send this to the back and there you can see your score. After you brought that back, then you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna attach these guys again. So now you're gonna group it and once again you have this together so it'll cut the box and the little heart. That's cute. Okay. So now I want to make a little frame for this guy, right? Because we're going to bring that here and make this black again so they cut all together. And I just want you to see we can delete a few of these and we could just work with this heart. Okay, so we have all of our panels, and I want to make a frame for this heart. So what my idea is to put the panel on top of acetate and then adhere all that to the box. So now you have a little acetate, like just a window. That's what I'm making, a window, right? Okay, so to make the heart, the little frame for the heart, you're gonna use your offset. This is the easiest way to do it. And I'm gonna use the corner, a sharp corner, because I want that point there, just to match there. If you prefer the rounded corner, then just go ahead and do that, but I think this is what I want. And I want to make this a little smaller. So we have a small frame around. We don't want to take up too much real estate around the heart. So just bring that down a teeny bit. Okay, apply. So you see, once you finish with your offset, you're going to see your offset. You can select those two only, and then you slice. And that's going to give you your frame. So now you got a frame, and you can get rid of these guys. We're good to go. We could send it to cut now. And I'll send it to cut because it's going to take a little bit. And then we'll come back and assemble it together. I'll be back. Okay. So now we're going to see where we're going to put all of our little banners. Just trying to make them match more or less. Okay, so these guys will go here. We're gonna cut a little piece of acetate to go behind that, and this will go here, and these will go here. Okay. But before we do that, we're just gonna glue this guy together. I know there's people that like putting on the panels first. I'd just rather make the box first. Let's go ahead and do this. And I'm just gonna hold it here for a second while it dries, and I'll be back. All right, let's go ahead and gonna try some of the glue and just put a little bit of glue around. Oops. And we can just pop this one right on top. And now we're gonna add a little more glue. And we can glue this right on here. And let's move it a little bit. And we can just press that down, okay? So we have something like that going on. We can go ahead and close this up. And I think I want it so it's closing this way, so when you're looking at it from the front, it just looks, you know, smooth. Okay, you can use any kind of paper you want. Just if you are going to use this for you know, real cupcakes, just make sure that it's a sturdy cardstock, so you don't have to worry about anything falling out. Okay, so we have that, and then we can pull these guys, and these are going to go join together, and then this will go kind of like that. And then we have our completed little box. So this, you're just gonna add some glue. And I'll write the instructions down because I know that I was a little all over the place. Okay, so you have that. And then you can add all of your other little panels, but I'm gonna let this fully dry before I even mess with it, so I'll be back. Okay, so we have all the panels put on. I just figured let me just get it done so I can set, and then we could put the handle on afterwards. Now, you would use a real cupcake, right? But I'm just gonna use this ornament one. And that will go in there. If we're gonna give like an ornament like this or a round ornament, then I would like put paper and stuff and make it really cute. But for now, we're just gonna, we're just gonna leave it like that. Okay, so this is just showing you how to make the box. We're gonna make our little decorations from our stamp set in a second, but I just wanted to get this part done. So that's what it would look like, right? Of course, you can use some paper, so it could look like a real cupcake, right? If you were going to give something like that. But I think this would be cute for like real cupcakes. Okay, we're going to do that. And we're gonna glue this side on. Okay. And I'm not gonna like glue this down because I don't know what I'm gonna use this little box for, but we'll keep it like that so I am still able to open it. But if you were done, you can either use a sticky dot or something just to glue this down so it's not going all over the place. And I used the quilling paper, this stuff, to do little curls on top. So we'll do that, but with some other color ones that match this a little better. And then all that's missing is the decorations for our sides, and we'll be done with it. So I'm gonna get all that ready and I'll be back. Okay, so we're gonna use the Baking Spirits Bright set to decorate our little cupcake box. Wouldn't this look cute with a real cupcake? Okay, and then we're gonna use some quilling paper to make like the little frilly things on top. Okay, that's the idea. So I'm gonna use the cake, the cupcake, and maybe a donut. Or maybe, yeah, maybe the donut. This donut, okay? And those are gonna decorate our side panels. And then we can use one of these labels because it comes with the big cupcake, a smaller one, a cherry. It says a little treat for someone sweet. Freshly baked, baked with love, loving from the oven, wishing you a sweet birthday, homemade just for you. You bake me so happy, made just for you, a very warm thank you. And then it also has these smaller guys that you can use to make a card or whatever. But today we're just gonna work on our little box because I thought it was a cute idea. And we are going to stamp these guys out first. And then they come with the matching dies, which is a plus, right? And they have the little tag dies also. So it has everything you need to make something like this. And you're creating the box yourself. So, and I have a previous video that has a small box just like this, same size. It just doesn't have a handle, which can also be used for this. And all you have to do is put your die where you want your aperture to be. So, and then use some acetate to cover it. So let's go ahead and stamp these guys out. I'm going to use Diamond Press's little platform, which if you guys are going to do the Tuesday sale, this little platform will be a freebie, I believe, after a certain amount, which is kind of cool. All right. Let's go ahead and stamp this guy, and I'm going to use my alcohol proof ink. Pull that up. I'm going to use Memento for this. And we could just stamp these guys down. I hope they come out with a big one of these. Look at that. Okay. So we're going to set that aside so you can set. And let's get another piece of card. We can do our cupcake. And I think the donut will fit here also, but I'm going to stamp one at a time. Okay. Set that up. One more time. Okay, that's good. And now we can do our donut. And I'll kind of like speed through the coloring process, because that's going to take a while. And let's do one more time. Perfect. All right. I'm going to let those set and then I'll be right back. Okay, so while that dries, we're gonna pick some of these guys out. I'm gonna pick my bright colors. Let's get an orange. So I mean, I think I bought these little papers for $1 on clearance in Hobby Lobby. And I've had them there for a long time. I've been meaning to try to do those quill flowers and stuff. And guess what? Never did. But now I found something that I can actually do with them. And kind of cool. Let's get this color that's in between blue and the purple. Okay, we don't need that much. This is probably a little too much, but let's work with it. I need my bone folder. All right. Okay, so I found one. Not the one I was looking for, but it's gonna do the job. Okay, so we're just gonna like really pull hard on these just to get a little curl out of them. But you just gotta like pull and just get some curls out. And so there's no rhyme or reason here. There's no wrong way of doing this. All you're gonna do is glue them. Let me get my glue. Let's try this again. We're gonna just continue to glue these guys down. And you can just let them go tangle into each other. I think the more they do, the cuter it looks. So let's put some glue here. So I just put a bunch of glue there, and I'm just layering them into it. Let's put a little more here. Okay. And we'll be good. So you end up with something like that. Isn't it cute? Again, when they dry, you can fluff them out a little bit more, but for now, we're just gonna let them be. And now we can glue some of these guys down. So it's just to add decoration to your little box. And I think sometimes the boxes like this, like the more you add, it looks really good. So you see? Okay. You could have done this in a different color, maybe like a purple or pink or blue. But it is what it is. It's done. I'm not even going to mess around with it. All right. We're going to put our cake. And we're going to add glue to the cake. Let's put that guy here. And I'm just going to get something to push this in place without touching the glossy accents, because I don't know if it's fully dried and I don't want to find out the hard way that it's not. So we have that. And I think I'm going to wait a little while before trying to add this one, because this one still might be wet. But until then, we can just get a little bit of twine and we can add our little sentiment. So let me get that and I'll be back. Okay, so we have our twine. And we're just gonna tie this little guy off. And I'm gonna put like a little one of these foam squares on the back because I want it to be a little lifted. I only need one, so it can also stay there. So like the twine is just for, you know, so it could look like it's attached. Okay, and we can make a little bow. Okay, here we go. And that's what we have. She's all done. And if that was a real cupcake, you can actually like make them like that if you sell cupcakes, and just put them out. And it's a perfect little gift, right? Alrighty guys, I hope you have a good one and use these up. They're so cute. I made a card with it also. I'm gonna post the pictures to that. Really adorable set. I love playing with this one. Alright guys, I'll talk to you real soon. Bye bye.